Yes, I've got you under my skin. I've tried so not to give in. I said to myself, this fair ain't
Hey,
never
welcome
gonna
back
go
to the podcast. Thanks, you guys, for listening.
But why should I try
It's
to
been really
resist
fun, and
when
this one's no
baby I
exception.
know too well
My guest this week is Kym Kral.
that I've got
She has her own podcast, which is amazing and super fun, and
my skin.
just one of my favorites. It's called Crawl Space, which is a great name for a podcast.
Anything come what might.
She's just a great person, super cool, super fun to talk to, and I hope you enjoy this one as much as me. Give it up for Kym Kral. What else, man? Like, literally half the country seems to be involved in a cult.
A cult, like my friend, she's not, I'm using the term loosely, friend. She's not my friend. Like the pandemic took our friendship away because 3 days into the lockdown, she texts me, St. Patrick's Day was like the next week. And she goes, hey girl, I'm going to throw a party on Wednesday. Do you want to come? And I was like, the mayor the governor, Newsom, governor, just shut down the city. And she goes, yeah, I don't care about that. So I'm going to throw a party. Do you want to come? And I was like, no, I'm good. And then progressively her behavior, like she's traveled a ton, like hasn't locked down once, right? Not once. And she's one of those idiots who thinks she had it in January. You know, people are like, I think I had it in January. It's like, okay, I had it. And the people who say they had it, I'm like, tell me what your experience was. I'm like, you didn't have it. But she... so I've taken a massive step from her, right? During this whole thing, just like, I'm like, I don't think you don't align with who I am anymore. Yeah. And she also protested Black Lives Matter. And I knew while she was protesting it, I was like, this bitch is only doing this for the likes. Like she secretly voted for, like all of our friends were like, we know you secretly voted for Trump. She calls herself a libertarian. Crazy. Stupid. It's her way of being like, I'm actually conservative, but I'm an actress in Hollywood, so I can't say. So she made a video last week and was very proud of it. Very proud of it. Posted it on all of her platforms. She's hammered on her birthday alone and was like, I have been silent long enough. And then it was just very funny because she was like, I don't care who you voted for, but the Communist Party is infiltrating us. And I was talking to my buddy who knows her, and I go, did you see that video? And he goes, no, your friend's been radicalized. Move on. There's nothing you could do. She just drank the Kool-Aid. Leave her alone. And it was like, I don't even think you know what communism means, you dumbass. Like,
it's really crazy. Like once I started looking at it like that, I was like, oh no, how do we deprogram these people? Like literally, they need to be deprogrammed. Like
it's a cult.
Yeah.
Like Jim Jones drank the Kool-Aid. Like they're talking about making a whole other party, a Trump party.
I just don't know what the numbers are. Like literally the amount of, like we saw a good amount, but what was it? Like 1,000, 2,000 in Washington?
I think there was
that
more.
Actually were like, yeah, but I mean, the total at the thing, but like that actually broke through the Capitol and like brought weapons and were like
a couple thousand.
Yeah, like the numbers are what I'm wondering. Like, I don't know. It's definitely insane.
I have a friend who is a Black woman living in Texas right now, and she just got an email from her building that said, a few of your neighbors went to the riots, or they didn't say insurrection, but I like using the word insurrection as much as I can. And a few of your neighbors went to the insurrection last week and contracted COVID. So like basically they have to send out the email to let that know that they're going to maybe get whatever. But she's like, yeah, my neighbors wear Confederate flag t-shirts, and she's terrified. And then our friends are like, you should report them. And it's like, that's my privilege saying that I can, because her reporting it as a Black woman will be different than me reporting it as a white, right? Like, it's
nuts, dude. I don't even know. We're very lucky, I guess, but it's crazy. I can't believe how crazy. So we'll see what the next couple days bring, I guess. I don't know how you speak truth to these folks. I don't know how you get through to them. They need help, really.
It's
been lied
mental
to.
illness almost, because it is like people brought zip ties and weapons to the Capitol with the intention of shooting Pence or hanging him. That's crazy. All because some not a millionaire told them to. Not that kill Pence, but you know what I mean? It's just
delusional. I think they were surprised that the whole Senate wasn't in the chamber just waiting for them. Like, I don't know. Yeah, it's really, really baffling to just watch this all unfold and think, I mean, I ended up watching watching them come back into the chamber and vote to, count the electoral vote. Just like, Jesus, I hope the Constitution's going to hold up here. You know what I mean? Like it's really being tested. And I think it was 147 senators still were like counting to like give up the vote. I'm like, what is going on?
What is going on? Like, how is that? I know a few of them crossed over and was like, never mind, we'll just find one after the day, but there was still
not enough. 147.
That's crazy.
Now, listen, maybe they had a legal point on, I don't know. I can't even think of a good. They really had nothing to stand on because these things went to every court in the country, basically, including the Supreme Court, and they were like, "There's nothing here." Like they should have spent their time figuring out why can't we have like elections if like every phone has a footprint, like has a signature, an individualized, can't be copied signature. Let's get everybody a number, one vote, one person tallied up centrally. Like we would know the results instantaneously. You could tell if it was legit. Like, what the fuck are we doing in this day and age?
It's so archaic.
Like, Jesus Christ. Like, and by the way, if they did rig it, they really went crazy and like let some Republicans win seats in places, and they really just.
If they rigged it, it wouldn't have been. There wouldn't have been a runoff in Georgia, and McConnell would have been gone. Like there's several of them. The QAnon senator, I don't even know where she's from, but she would be ridiculous. Gone. Like,
we need a hard truth seminar for the whole fucking country and be like, listen, folks, like, this is what's up. Like, we got a little crazy with the news there. Sorry, got a little crazy with the social media. Just clicked on every headline, didn't we? Didn't even test anything we were talking about. Like, let's chill the fuck out. Didn't even read
the articles.
We have wasted the opportunity of the internet. Like, we have fucking ruined the intent of the internet. And I'm old enough to have had the world before the internet.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I was so excited. Like, well, we'll have all the information now. Surely we'll make all good decisions. Like, there's no fucking excuse. And
that's adorable that you thought that the humans would make good decisions with more information. Like I saw a meme that was like, if anything, this year taught us that it's clear why the government won't trust us with information. Like, did aliens show up? Like, humans as a whole are disasters.
Terrible. Yeah, we're
terrible.
We're not doing the best with the info. But I'm hoping that we fix some of it in the short term. I have to be optimistic for the kiddos, man, that they're not going to take shit. I mean, you're kind of seeing it. Kids don't take shit. They're like, why are we doing this way? Let's not do this.
Yeah.
Like all this like shit about Facebook and Twitter. If another social media came along, kids are not on Facebook. Nobody under 20 gives a fuck about Facebook or Twitter. Probably for that matter. Like, they'll just switch. Like, we're all going over here. Like,
and we're the ones who are staying on Facebook, Twitter.
Well, like, I've been thinking lately, I'm like, it could all go away. It wasn't here 10 years ago. I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, let me save all my pictures that I stored there, and then we're good.
Yeah,
And,
let me have my.
turn it
You know
off.
what's interesting though? I didn't realize how much I got my news. Hear me out. How much I got my news from Donald Trump's Twitter. So what I used to do was I would go to his Twitter, read whatever ridiculous thing he had to say for the day, and then I would work backwards. Like it was like that was the base point, and then I would read all the stuff around it to see what actually happened. But I would start with him because that was like what crazy was going. If that makes any sense. Like, and now I'm like, I don't know what's going on, and I realized I was like, oh, you go to Trump's Twitter every day. And then when he says X, Y, and Z is happening, I'd Google X, Y, and Z, find out the truth. But that's where I would start, which I know is totally crazy. But I guess I got to find my news other places now.
Yeah, geez, what are you going to do? It's alarming to me. And it's like hearing all of those representatives speak, it's like, wow, you guys are as dumb, like, as the news that you complain about. Like, you're speaking in sound bites. Like, there were a few people that you could tell were like humanized by that whole situation, that like gave a little speech like, holy fuck, we almost just died. Why are you guys asking about this fucking election? Let's get this over with. Biden won. Enough. Like, there were a few people that like were rattled that way, but there was too many that were just like out of it. I'm like, fuck, these people don't represent the people I know.
Yeah.
Really?
Do you hear my cat, by the way? I'm sorry if you do.
It's okay.
Do you?
Okay. I do, but it's okay. It's just a cat. That's
She's driving me crazy. It's driving me crazy. It's nonstop. She takes like a 4-hour break in the afternoon and then just meows constantly for like 6. And I don't know what to do. I'm like, and she's got trauma. So like, I know she wants love, but doesn't know how to accept it. Right. So she'll meow until I go give her attention, but then she'll dart on the bed and shake. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. But so I was just making sure it doesn't screw up the recording.
Give a shit.
I was reading Pelosi said her intern knew how to like figure like what to do in this situation, like brought her into the office, turned off all the lights, and where the intern had learned it was from all the school shooting drills they had to do when they were in high school. Like how fucked up is that? That it was like these older generation have no idea what it's like to be hunted in school.
Yeah, no shit, man. Yeah, I hope we, like I've been saying, that not only the pandemic, but this Capitol insurrection, we have to get better after this. We have to learn from this. We have to improve. You know, it's disgraceful. It makes, you know, if we're supposed to be this great big, look how great democracy is, look how great America is, symbol of what we're telling everybody we're in their country bombing them for. And then they're like, we don't need that. We have that here already.
Yeah, we don't need you
to... Fuck
to...
off, you know? And not that, you know, I necessarily believe we should impose our will everywhere around the world. Like, I'm more like, let me just make sure my little town's okay. How about that? And we'll go from there. You know, it's like, yeah, dude, we need better education. We need, like, people really need to understand government and biology, for Christ's sake. Like, those two would be really good. Like, understanding that the mask is not political would be really nice. Understanding how viruses spread would be useful information for not an argument about at this point in time.
It's so cool. I was talking to a friend earlier. It's such privilege to me when people talk about the mask and like how it's a hoax, and it's just like it's privilege. I had an old acquaintance die of COVID earlier this week, and then today I got word of another acquaintance that died, and they're from the same of COVID, and they're from the same community, which is a predominantly Black and brown community, and it's just like it's such privilege to be able to be like, this is a hoax when this virus is affecting those communities more so than any other community. And it's just like saying that, it's just such a, and I also think this pandemic, I don't think it's going to go away until I feel like hear me out. I feel like Mother Nature, universe, whatever, is being like, I'm going to teach you guys a lesson. Like, you're going to have to grow and change, or I'm just going to keep killing you. Like, this thing is mutating. Now there's a more contagious version of it. Yeah. And I think, I don't know. I'm like, I feel like we're not going to get out of this until we get better. And until we get better, we're just like the gap between the haves and the have-nots was really magnified during this whole thing, right? Like, it was just, and that's the education too, like the gaps in education. It's really highlighted it. And I think until we do better, I think we're just going to be in this.
Yeah, I mean...
No, that's grim.
No, I mean... well, listen, it's fucking... It's like a marketing campaign at this point. Like, we got into this mess because of propaganda. Propaganda can get us out.
Can't, or can?
Can. Like we got to figure out how to talk to the people that are in the cult so that they don't continue to get crazier and be like, listen, this is what's going on. Like, something. I don't know how you help that.
Have you ever talked to somebody in a cult or someone in, like, I have Jehovah's Witness family. They're never going to believe anything that they're in.
Probably not. Probably not. You know, I don't know that I would. I don't know that I would waste much more time. Yeah, you're right. They're not listening.
It's like, hopefully we can just. It sounds terrible. Hopefully we just put as many of them in jail as we possibly can, and or be like, yo, you can have Texas.
There must be a rehab. There must be a way.
Like, I feel like we should just give them part of the country. Trump can be your leader. You guys can fence it up. We'll take the black, brown, and gay people, and you guys just be in there, and you can have your flags, and you can have your racism, and no one can have an abortion, whatever you want. Just keep it in there, and we'll be the United States of America around that. You guys have like, I feel like it's just the point where it's like, give them their own country. I'm tired of arguing if I should have the right to choose or if gay people should have the right to marry because of their made up God. Like, it blows my mind that Christianity is still such a big part of our country, that there's no DNA evidence that Jesus existed. And yet we've based everything, including our calendar and our timeline and how long we're like 2021. Yeah, that's 2021 after death. We never look at BC. The world's been here. You know what I mean? Like, it's just bananas to me that we still base a lot of the shit we do with Skydad. Makes me so mad. It's maddening.
Yeah, I think it makes you think that it feels like a bubble of like, wait, doesn't everybody get this at this point? No, they don't.
No. We were watching the vice president debate, and my buddy's where's he from? Arkansas. I was like, one of those towns, Arkansas. And he's from like a very, mostly, he was from, I don't know if you saw the Instagram video where a kid in this small town in Arkansas was doing a Black Lives Matter protest on his own. And then he filmed his response, like the amount of N-words and names that this guy was called, because it was awful. But my buddy's from that town, right? Yeah. And after the debates, there was a Q&A with all the undecided voters. And they look like the island of lost toys, like just like the Barbie with no eye, like just, they look exactly the way you think they would look.
Yeah.
And a lot of them were not sure who to vote for because they don't like abortion. And so a guy was like, I don't like abortion. And I yell, well, they don't have a fucking abortion. Like, I got so mad. But then my buddy was like, he goes, actually, the Republicans probably shot themselves in the foot by pushing through Amy Coney Barrett, whatever her name is, because she's so conservative. A lot of people are on the fence. They don't like Trump, but they don't want to vote for a Democrat who's pro-choice. But now that it's a conservative Supreme Court, a lot of these people will vote for Biden because they have it in their heads that Democrats just want to hand out abortions. So abortion is still such a big, which is wild, but they like a lot of it is, and that's from religious views, which is fine. Believe that, but like keep it out of my body.
Yeah, that's it feels very like we're regressing.
Yeah.
That these things are coming back that I thought were decided. Like, I don't know about you, but I was like super blown away when Obama was elected. I was like, this is good. This is like good progress. And then like seeing the White House lit up in the, LGBTQ, the rainbow. It's like, we're fucking doing it, man. Like, first black president, good, nice. And then, it feels so fast. We just ruined it, and it's like, And then you're like, well, was the country moving too fast? Did we try too hard there, and it just blew a gasket? And it's kind of how it feels. It's like it was too much for that small minority to take.
I feel like the powers that be or whatever was like, yeah, Kate, we gave you your black president. We're not going to give you a woman. We're going to go back to we're going to go way. Like, I feel like it was like, we gave you a black guy. Now we're going to go back, but like way extreme. Yeah. I mean, I'm not one of those people that doesn't think my vote counts, but I do think there's more strings being pulled than.
But the good news is he lost one term, Constitution held. All
hopefully,
good things.
They convict in the impeachment trial so he can't rerun.
Yeah, but he's also old, man. Like, I mean.
Oh, yeah, I think they're going to kill him. I forgot about it. Yeah, I don't think I know I sound totally crazy, but I think they're going to, like, I think he is a person that has thrown everybody in his life under the bus. Yeah. Giuliani, like that, like he has so many secrets. I think they're going to Epstein his ass.
I don't know. I just hope he goes away. I would like to not hear about him anymore. Like, he's obviously troubled. Like I've been listening to this like Dictators podcast, and it's like the story. Yeah, really, uplifting. The story of like Kim Jong-il, how they got started, and Stalin, and how they got started. In both cases, like terrible dads, abusive dads, like. Terrible childhood. You're like, motherfucker. Like, that's pretty important. That is pretty important. And Trump, allegedly, not the best upbringing. It's like, man, we got to really be careful of that. Like, that needs to be part of the screening, Did
you have a nice dad?
I did.
Or did you work through your trauma, at least?
Yeah, I mean, my dad was great. He still is great.
I mean, I feel like what we're watching with Trump right now is what is he, 75? I don't know how old he is. 75-year-old, we'll say that for grin's sake, 75-year-old man who has literally never had to go through have to suffer any consequences for any of his actions his entire life. And now there's consequences to his actions. And he's imploding, right? Like he's completely you rape a girl, we'll throw it out. You go bankrupt, we'll give you some more money. You don't pay these people, we got to like he's just never suffered any consequences in his life.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Well, I think there was a level of they didn't think it was real in terms of that they wouldn't get in trouble. I heard the funniest story. One of the guys they picked up, he was one of the guys that like ripped down the Pelosi sign above her office or whatever. So they pick him up. FBI picks him up, and they're interrogating him, and he's like denying everything. Meanwhile, they have his phone, and they're like, "You were here. This is your picture." And he said, "Wow, you guys are good."
What?
Yeah, he said, "Wow, you guys are good. I deleted that after an hour." Like he put it on Instagram or whatever, and then deleted it an hour later, and he thought, "They'll never find me." Like. I don't think the level of sophistication of the majority of these folks is high. No. So, it's delusional to think you
How long did he get?
Oh, I don't know.
Or how long are they thinking?
I don't know. I don't want to read it anymore. Like,
No.
they're up to like 200 some people they're pulling in. Like, I don't know, man. I just...
It makes me happy.
Yeah, I mean...
They're all on the no-fly list. These racists who like have been saying like brown people, like Muslims shouldn't be able to fly for a decade,
They thought
now
they could
aren't
get
allowed
away
to
with
fly.
it.
And it's, I'm
Yeah.
here for it. Or 20 years. God, 9/11 was 20 years ago. I'm here for it. I love it.
Yeah.
Watching them get pulled off the plane. Have you seen those little videos on Instagram? I live for those videos. If you see them, send them to me. I live for them. I just think it's finally, and it's sad because you're right. It is it's the ignorance and it's uneducation, lack of education. That's right. But
Well, I mean, are we shining a light on the darkness? And it's a good thing. That's my only hope is like, all right, I wrongly thought we were past this as a society, culture, whatever you thought. I was wrong. Okay. Wow, it's worse than I thought. Oof. Wow, there are people with still rocking a Confederate flag. Okay. Wow, bold. All right. Didn't think that was true. Have we brought that out into the light now to the point where we can put it out for good? I don't know. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. When you like trace the roots of racism, it's so dumb. Even from a biological standpoint. Again, if we had biology 101 and everybody kind of got shit to be like, oh, your skin changes depending on your proximity to the sun.
to the equator.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And if you lived in that part, oh, okay. But all humans? Okay. We're good. That's it.
Have you also noticed that the people that are like spouting out superior race or like how the whites are the superior race are some of the ugliest people I have ever seen in my entire life. It's like, why on earth? Like what? It's just lack of education. It's ignorance. Like it's because you're right. Like if my friend was on in a commercial, so I saw it a lot. I don't know I don't remember what it was for, but it was like they took a X-ray machine and then they took people, couples, friends, and had them go behind it. And there's literally no difference. And then out would come like an Asian and a white guy or like a black kid and a white kid. And like, it was just like, we're the same. We're literally the same.
Yeah. There's a meme of a bunch of skeletons with, like it says like Italian, Irish, African-American, it's like they're all exactly the same. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. And so, I also had hoped that there was an amplification of hatred purposefully by the news. And I was like, well, maybe they're right. Maybe it's not as bad. No, there was a lot of people.
This is bad.
There was a lot of people. This is bad. This is not good.
The night of the 2016 election, I watched it to the very end. I was with people. They left. I ended up being alone watching it. And then I laid in bed for like 3 days. And it was because I thought, too, that we had conquered. Like, I was like, who would vote for a man who says what he says about Muslims, about women? John McCain makes fun of mentally disabled people. I was like, who? And watching it go red to red, I didn't think it would be like this. I didn't think there'd be words like insurrection, pandemic, almost 400,000 dead. I didn't think I wouldn't have a job for a year, but I knew it was gonna. I was heartbroken.
Yeah, I was very upset. I didn't think he could do this much damage either. I was like, man, I hope this is a blip. Like how much bad could he do? And I didn't give him enough credit.
I think it's going to spend his whole first term. I didn't think it'd be this bad, but someone came to me and told me it'd be this bad. I would be like, okay, like I'm not shocked, but I didn't see this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I wouldn't have predicted he was this dark.
Yeah.
Like he really dug and thought he could pull off what other dictators had done. And he did a damn good job. Propaganda-wise, he had the biggest propaganda machine ever at his disposal.
Yeah.
And he used it like crazy. You're just like, fuck. If he was competent,
Yeah.
Boy,
I mean,
we'd
he's
be in
also
trouble.
very dumb. So, like, thank God. What about, I'm reading tomorrow, he is planning on pardoning like 100 people.
Yeah.
What? Like, I'm like, who wrote that into law? That the president could just be like, I'm going to break the law with me and my friends for 4 years, and then I'm just going to pardon them all.
Well, I guess they were hoping the 25th Amendment would protect them from that. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's very. Listen, I want to survive long enough to read about it all. Like, I want to read what really is going on, the behind the scenes, like, holy shit stuff. Like,
Yeah.
because there's no way the FBI wasn't onto this. There's no way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's no way that they just started paying attention to this. And I gotta believe that it literally hit him as a decision maker to not do shit about it. You know? Like, there's just no excuse for some of this shit. Like, we know that he got a memo the day before. Like, we know that the Capitol Police asked for, I don't know if it was, somebody asked for more police and they didn't get them. Like,
Yeah. And also what's interesting is they didn't, like, I think if it happened with any other president, they would have evacuated him.
Oh, from the White House.
Yeah, they would have done, like, protected him, right? Instead, like, no one said any word about helping him because it was like, oh, he did this.
Yeah.
Like, we knew this was going to, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I feel like any other president, they'd put him underground in their bunker.
Yeah, they knew he was safe. Yeah, it's fucked. I hope they find the guy that built the gallows too. Like, that is,
What's a gallows?
it's like
Sorry.
a hanging post. Like, you build, some guy built stairs, a platform, and a hanging post. Like,
Because they wanted to literally hang Pence.
Yeah, a guy brought lumber and built a gallows in front of the Capitol. Like, this was fucking crazy town.
I didn't see that. Oh my God.
And it wasn't like a shitty, thin cardboard image of one. It was like you could use it. It was built to use. And I saw footage today where they got into the chamber and like, where are they? Why aren't they in here? Like, they really thought they were going to storm in there like it was the 1800s and drag Congress out and like show America who's in charge. I really think that a lot of them believe that.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. Like, that seems crazy, but think back at the cult stories. Like, people thought that a comet was coming to get them. People thought all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah. It
You
had
know?
the same feel. I don't know if you'll understand it. And I've asked a few people and they're like, I guess I could see that. But I grew up in it, like around it. And it had the same feel as when
Jehovah's
I was
Witness?
watching the news when Columbine happened. I was in high school and I was like 10 minutes from, I went to rival high schools this Columbine, and we were watching it live on TV at our lunch break, like 2 TVs for the whole school and the feel of just like that. I don't know how to describe it, but just like the eeriness and then like them walking around the empty, what is it called? Congress floor. What is it called?
Oh, the Hall of Congress or whatever.
Yeah, where they were sitting up. It just seemed so dark. I don't know how to describe it, but I got that same like feeling of just, these are monsters. Like, this is not, these aren't people that are thinking with straight, clear, happy heads.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bizarre, and I didn't give it enough credit, and that's where I'm just like, damn. So I hope we can come out of this better. I hope we can fix a lot of these folks. Yeah, I don't know. It's nuts to be living through this and watching it all during a pandemic. Like, be another thing if we didn't have a pandemic. But it's like, fuck, man, this is brutal. Like, And we're fucking that up. Like, there's so much good that can come of a rational, scientific approach to things in the coming days and weeks. I think we will see an escalation of things getting better handled.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that's good. And I want to not have to think about this anymore. You know, both politics and pandemics. I can't wait to put it behind me, but it's so difficult to do that. You know, like, I don't know when it'll feel good to go back to any kind of crowded indoor place, even when we're like well vaccinated. Like, is it a year?
I think it's years.
Is it 2? You know, till like we're like get through a couple of COVID seasons without everybody losing their shit. You know, I don't know. And
I think it's years. I think
crazy to think that, isn't it? Isn't it crazy to think that?
We've been indoors for a year. Like, we've been on lockdown, essentially, not normal life for a year. My cousin got vaccinated a couple of days ago, and she was like, I cried, and I realized it was the first time I'd also driven past 6 p.m. And she's like, I had so much anxiety, but like, I think we haven't even scratched the surface of the collective trauma that we have all endured and just simply being home. You know what I just think it'll be years. And I don't think it'll ever go back to the way it was. Yeah.
I mean, but we say that, and then there are places right now in this country where normal is happening. People are
but aren't they also
places
like Florida? They're pretty. They're dying pretty quickly over there, but they don't seem to care.
I don't think it's just Florida. I think there's lots of places, man. I think lots of places are just letting it go. And I don't understand that.
No.
I mean, my buddies have kids going back to college. Like, kids are going back to college, living in dorms with each other. Like, how do they expect that that's not going to spread and kill a percentage of them? And so I don't get it. So for me, it's more the question of, when am I going to be okay going to a crowded place?
And by the way, when I say I don't think it'll ever be the same again, I think it'll be better eventually than it was before. Like, that's not me being negative. That's me being like, I think, like, we all have seen in this whole thing how capable humans are to adapt. You know, like, there's 2 dudes that are comics that, like, week 1 into the pandemic, they made a whole comedy club, the Nowhere Comedy Club. Yeah. And now it's, you know, hundreds of people, and that, like, it's a virtual. So I just think watching how humans have adapted, driving around the neighborhoods and seeing restaurants having to-go cocktails, and like, I mean, it's just like we're adapting, and humans adapt. And I think it'll just be better, but I think it'll be years before we find a new normal.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the real bummer for me is that 2 of my favorite things require mass amounts of humans packed into a small area.
Yeah.
You know? Like, live music and comedy is great when it's packed. Like, jammed.
Yeah.
To the gills.
Like 5 Threads, is that?
Yeah.
Did they survive?
I think they're still doing takeout and stuff like that.
Okay, good.
They opened for a couple minutes in the time when we thought everything was going to be okay there, back like, I don't know, June, July. But like, know.
That show was amazing, but you're right. It was amazing because it was packed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, in that room.
So I don't know when that's going to be okay. But I do think it'll happen, and that'll be great. But like, it's jarring to think how, like, fortunate we were to do that for so long, and now everybody restarts. You know, everybody gets a restart, like, I hope we do it. I hope we do it well, I guess is my point. You know, like, I think establishing long form open conversation is a really big deal, you know, for us to figure some shit out, you know?
Yeah.
So
I think there's hope now. I think if he got elected again, I think we would be in a lot of trouble. And I think I think we're going to see a lot of change real quickly, but I don't think it's going to go back. I think Biden is doing in his first 100 days a mask mandate, which I believe will have a massive pushback, which is, but there's people like the seatbelt laws. I guess that happened too.
Yeah.
My father was one of the seatbelt people.
My mom still forgets to put hers on. I'm like, what is wrong with you? And then she puts it on and she wears it under her arm. I'm like, it's not designed like that. She's like, well, it bothers my neck. I'm like, you know what bothers your neck? Hitting the fucking windshield. And
going through the windshield.
It's the dashboard, you knucklehead.
My dad was so I'm positive my dad would have voted for Trump. He passed a while ago, but he was against seatbelts because he didn't want the government telling him what to do. So he would he got a new truck 10 years ago that would have the beeping if you didn't have your seatbelt. So he would rig the truck to where the seatbelt was always buckled in and he didn't have to use it. And then right before he was dying, where he was a cigarette smoker, we're sitting, and I guess cigarettes changed their paper because the government made them so that way if you don't suck on it enough, it will the light will go out.
Right.
So it won't stay lit because people were like burning down their houses. And he was so angry that the government could make the cigarette papers. And in 20 minutes later, this cancerous dude falls asleep with a cigarette in his mouth and it drops, but it doesn't set him on fire because the government. And I was like, dude, you realize how dumb you sound, right? And he was like, I don't care. It's my right to burn down my house if I want to. And so I'm positive that man would not wear a mask. I'm positive. There's no doubt in my mind. The seatbelt thing. When I was like 16, I was like, dude, I'm not when I started driving, we fought a lot when I would drive. And eventually I was like, I'm not riding with you. I'm not driving with you in the car. Cause he was a very controlling, scary man I cried the day I got my license, the day we were driving in to get, because I can't hear. So I couldn't hear, he'd pull me over to yell at me about what I was doing wrong. And then I couldn't hear if the car was on. And so I would always restart the car, which would start a huge other fight. And then later he finally told me, he's like, you can tell when it, instead of I'm like, I can't hear. He told me how you could tell on the dashboard if it was on, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, you could have just said that.
Yeah.
But he would we would drive on the freeway and he'd be like, all right, ease in, punch it, go. Why are you holding on to the steering wheel so tight? I'm like, I don't know. But so I didn't ride with him forever because of how crazy he was. But then when I became an adult, he would get in my car and then I would be like, you're putting on a seatbelt. He's like, well, I'm not going to let the government I'm like, it's my car though. So it's a weird private, no service, no, right? And I'm like, but we're in my car. So those are the rules. When you're in your car, you can do it. It's so crazy. Those mask people sound so dumb. And I was raised by one of them. So I just I think I'm triggered more than I should be because
I don't think I know anybody that I don't think I'm close enough to anybody that's like that. I see a lot of people that leave their nose open though. I don't understand that one. And
I saw a meme today that was like, if you're still doing that, we've been in this a year. It takes less time to potty train a toddler. Put it over your nose. What do you I was bartending where I got COVID, right? And I was bartending and an adult man had it under his nose and he came up and I just man, you got to put your mask over your nose. And he did this long drawn out sigh, and then did it. And I'm like, I don't care. Those have to be the dumbest people. The ones who don't put it over they have to be the dumbest people, right? Am I
it's so bad. It's so
I get
weird.
so mad. I get so triggered. I'm so mad.
I was really psyched for a while that we were doing so well here, and now we're the worst in the country.
I think that people are mad that we're locked down, and they're like, well, the lockdowns weren't for nothing because now we're the worst in the country. It's like, I feel like it would have been worse had we not, like, there's so many of us.
I just think nobody paid attention and followed the rules.
Oh, that too.
If half the people don't pay attention and think it's fake, you're fucked.
Yeah. And still gather and still travel and still have parties. And
I think
everyone thinks they're the exception.
Oh, the travel. I was just like, holy shit, look at these airports. It made my skin crawl. I was just like, oh my God. Like, I mean, I haven't seen my parents in a year. I miss them. My mom, I mean, they're older and they're not well. And just like, if I go out there, man, like, how am I going to get there? A, and B, it's like a 14-day quarantine to wait and see somebody that's, compromised.
You do it correctly, yeah.
I'm just like, good Lord, man. Like, let's just wait it out. I think they're eligible now to get the vaccine, so hopefully they'll get the vaccine. But it's nuts, man. I thank God for this ability to connect with you guys and make sure, check in, I guess. Otherwise, you just go crazy, I think, in your own head, Either not paying attention
it's funny.
or super paying attention.
I think my bad childhood prepared me for this. I've never been uncomfortable in this lockdown because I spent a lot of time alone in really confined spaces, and and I know that sounds really sad, but like my mom always had a closet in her apartment, and I would stay in the closet in a big box, and people are like, "Oh my God, that's abuse," and I'm like, "Well." They were doing a lot of cocaine outside of that closet, so I was safer. So I feel like my bad childhood prepared me for this lockdown. My mom asked me, she texted me, and she's like, "What do you mean? What do you mean your bad childhood?" I'm like, "Bitch, you just got out of rehab for meth. What do you think I mean?" Like, wow. But so I don't know. It is nice to connect like this, but I'm fine either way, I think. Is that terrible?
No, I think there's probably a lot of people doing that. I mean, I feel badly for my kids and my wife who likes to do things and get out, and they're missing out on so much. I mean, just our pool being locked down sucks for my son. Like, we used to go to the pool every day. So I feel bad for them, but like, I was an only child. I was a latchkey kid. Like, I was thinking the other day, I was like my parents were cool. They were nice and sweet to me. I had a great childhood, but also like, I don't remember being with them that much. Like, I left the house in the summer at like, I don't know, as soon as I got up, and I was gone until it was dark.
Yeah.
No phone, no connection, just gone, playing ball or doing whatever. So I feel bad for them that they're around us so much. Like, it's weird. Like, they're never out of our sight. Like, my son digs it, but my daughter's just like, holed up in her room most of the time. She can't go hang out with her friends. Like,
does she have like Clubhouse or any like the internet hangouts? I don't know what's cool.
They're so tired of Zoom, because they made Zoom school. Like, if like, it's horrendous, Yeah, it's very weird for that age. I think anybody that's like not kind of fully formed. This is a horrible experience. Under 20 probably during this is got to be a night, like, so weird. Yeah. So weird to be isolated from all your friends during this weird time, and or having just a small group of friends or whatever people are doing. Like, it's got to be weird. But like, for adults, it'll be a weird blip, but basically things don't change. Like, I don't commute, but it's like, I don't know. It's weird. It's so
it is true. Yeah. It'll be the weird couple of years for us, but like, if that's your childhood.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, those formative years where you remember things for like deep ingrained things, especially, I mean, the actual age of progression for a human being development is set. There's not much we can do about that. So if they're in those years where that's happening, this little weirdness is going to really set them up for something. They're going to come out firing on all cylinders, I hope. Like,
yeah,
it's like we got to educate them while they're in lockdown, Make sure they kind of know what's up and see the error of our ways a little bit, you know, hopefully. But I mean, my daughter tells me she has friends who are like wearing their mask with their nose out, talking about Trump and not social distancing, and she's like, I don't know what's wrong with them. I'm like, yeah, me neither, but maybe I'm crazy. Like, I literally don't know anymore. I don't know.
I do. I think a good indicator if you're crazy or you're on the wrong side of history is if you look to your right and there's a literal Nazi there, you probably are on the wrong side of history. Like anyone who is like, my beliefs align with the way neo-Nazis believe, or people, you know, like the Confederate, I mean, they're Nazis. Let's just call them what it is. You know, I think you can 100% you're on the right side of history.
Yeah,
like that's a good indicator. Like if you agree with literal Nazis, maybe crack a book, maybe do a little bit more research than wherever your Fox or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, so I know you're doing it right.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm sure COVID is a real thing. I'm sure I don't want to get it.
No,
So
you don't.
That's pretty for sure. So I'm all right with that. It's just like, you know, I've literally been to the grocery store and the beach since March. That's it. So
That's almost a year.
yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
It's wild.
It's wild, especially as much as I traveled. It's nice to not travel. I don't miss it really at all. I just really want to go to like Hawaii.
Yeah.
You know, and have nothing to do. That would be really nice.
I mean, this whole thing has put a lot into perspective. A lot.
Yeah.
I feel like if you didn't get a lot of perspective, didn't shift, or your life didn't drastically change during all this, you wasted a massive growing opportunity, right?
I learned how to sew. Like with a sewing machine. I made masks and everything.
That's so fun.
That was like my first COVID project. I thought it would be, you know, like life skills. Some life skills we'd be making our own clothes and shit.
Yeah.
Oh man. It's so crazy. So bizarre.
How'd it go? Did you do it?
Yeah, by the time I got like a good pattern down, it was pretty solid. It's pretty solid. But then they got really good at mass producing very comfortable masks, and my like handmade, homemade masks didn't seem quite as alluring.
Same.
I mean, we just grabbed all this like this fabric that we had laying around in all these crazy colors and made masks out of it when you couldn't get one anywhere. And now everybody's got one, and they're like super comfy, and you know, like it's a regular thing. Talk about adapting. Jesus.
Humans adapt. You just see it. Like, it's like I working in a restaurant. It was like, oh, we only can have outdoors. All right, we'll adapt. Like, humans adapt. And so I think we will come out of this. I mean, unfortunately, there's a big chunk of us that aren't very good people or very well people. So I think it's going to take us a little bit longer to, good Lord. Can you imagine hearing that someone's, like, your friend's mom died of this virus and being like, it's a hoax. That was just a flu. Like, she had emphysema. You know, like, can you imagine? Feel like it's just why.
But at this point,
I don't know if I'll ever get over it.
Doesn't everybody know somebody that actually had it? At this point, it's got to, right?
I think so.
I mean, I guess if the one person you had known that had it just had like an itchy throat or couldn't smell for a day, you're like, see, no big deal. And you just tell yourself it's going to be okay. I'm like, that's a roll of the dice, man. They're having some crazy reactions to this virus.
Yeah, I know 2 people who died this like this week. You know what like? It's just like, it's not. Yeah. And I had to go to the ER twice for it. The second time I tried to go to urgent care, they wouldn't even allow me in the building when I told them, like, they were like, no, you go to the ER, do not come here. Like, and I, like, the way I was there right as it got crazy in LA the last time I was there. And the weight room was outside. They had to, they were telling people outside they had COVID. Like, they were diagnosing them in front of everybody else because there simply wasn't any room inside. Yeah. And like, some people, they were like, one guy they admitted, another guy, they were like, the old guy was like, you're just going to have to go home and take these meds and stay away from people. And the guy didn't understand because
crazy.
It's just bananas to me. People still think this thing isn't real.
Crazy times, man.
The hot guy from my high school we were never friends, but of course now he's my friend on Facebook and follows me and everything on it, which is just ridiculous. And he messaged me a long paragraph about how masks are the government trying to control whatever, right?
Perfect.
And I lost it. I wrote back and I was like, we haven't spoken in 20 years. Like, I wasn't friends with you in high school, and I don't think I could pick you out of a lineup right now. Like, how dare you send this to me? You don't know what my story is. You don't know who I know, who's gotten hurt, sick, died. Then he unfriended me. Then he apologized. And then he refriended me. And then I was like, oh, talking to you, I would be better off talking to my cat about COVID-19.
Yeah.
Because he's still his whole page is about how Biden is a pedophile and how this isn't real. And I'm like, oh, you've been radicalized, basically.
Yeah, it's over. It's insane.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very grateful for you and for the friends that I've made through this whole comedy thing. It's so amazing to
Me too.
have like people that you can just shoot the shit with and say whatever. Like, how freeing is that? You know?
Our old Friday night, but then we did it again. That was our Zooms.
Yeah. It's just nice release. That's the whole thing of all of this is just like I miss the show, like not the show, the performance, but like after and before the show, just shooting the shit.
Hanging out.
Or seeing you do a new joke where you're just like, holy shit, she added that tag or she changed this bit. And you're just like, that's so good. Like, I can't wait to tell you how good this line or that line is. And like that camaraderie that we all had was so fun. And so that I'm looking forward to. But like I was saying, it's going to be a while. So I have this now. You have your podcast. And it's just like, I'm just going to keep doing this because this is what I missed most for as long as I can. But also to check my own thoughts a little bit, because a comic could be like, you're insane. What are you talking about? Don't worry about it. Or, yeah, you should worry about that. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And this is it's a good outlet artistically too, because it's just like, you don't have, like, all the stuff is gone now. So it's like, well, we adapt.
Yeah.
We adapt.
you have 40 hours of material basically since the
40
pandemic.
hours.
Like, that's nuts, man. If you have
And
1 hour of material out of it.
Huh?
If you have 1 hour of material out of 40 hours, like, that's incredible.
And I think I only repeated like maybe 5 stories. Like I was writing down everything that was happening in the episode, but then the more episodes that happened, the more I was like, I am not going to read all this right before I go in there and make sure I don't say all. I'm like, that's too hard. If I tell the same poop scoop in like week 1 that I do in week 39, people probably won't remember. And if they do, it's probably good enough to rehear. Yeah, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's great. I really like it. It's fun, and it seems like you're going to do a lot of really good things for people. So it's a really good podcast. Are you?
Thank you.
Tell me about the other one, the conspiracy one.
Oh God, I don't know how long either one of us do this podcast. We both, I do a podcast called. We haven't recorded the first podcast, but we're content creators on an app called Stereo, and it's free if you ever want to listen to it. It's free, and and so we decided to do conspiracy theories, and so we do it twice a week, and then now we're going to record a podcast and then release a podcast. I think. My partner is named Kelsey Lane, and she's a funny comedian. Her boyfriend was like, yeah, Kelsey's a little too gullible to be doing this. And then the guy I'm talking to is like, yeah, you're a little too good. Like, I am convinced that Paul McCartney died in 1966, and there is nothing you can tell me that otherwise. 97% sure that this happened, because I went the first half hour of research. I was like, oh, this is going to be so dumb. Like, I'm not going to be able to do 2 hours on this. There's no way. And then an hour and a half in, I'm like, Paul McCartney died in 1966. There's no doubt in my mind. And then she did simulation theory one week. And her boyfriend said, like, after 2 hours of researching, she came out of the bedroom and was like, do any of us have a gun? I don't think any of us have combat training. Her boyfriend's like, you two shouldn't do this, because we both We both are like Hitler did not die in 1945. No doubt in my mind. There's no way. Like everybody on the books back then was like, there's no body, there's no DNA evidence. And I'm 97% sure that Paul McCartney died in 1966.
What is it called?
The only reason why I don't believe it is because Paul McCartney wrote a song for John Lennon called Here Today that he performed at Dodger Stadium. It's one of the most hauntingly beautiful things I've ever heard in my life. And I'm like, you can't fake that. Like Billy Shears couldn't have faked that kind of love for someone else. Although Paul McCartney number 2 has been Paul McCartney longer than Paul McCartney number 1 was Paul McCartney. So technically, Billy Shears is just Paul McCartney now. So but all of us are right.
Yeah, well.
I get really bugged out when I start talking about this. Sorry. And then it ends most conversations.
What is it called? What is the podcast called?
Conspiracies with Kelsey and Kym.
It's not called Rabbit Holes?
No, but that's funny. We wanted our names on it. And we want to, because we want to have the name on the, because Stereo app people will search for it.
Yeah. That's really funny. You sound like the perfect people to do that. Billy Shears. So what was the theory that what's the motivation for killing Paul McCartney?
In a car accident leaving the studio on a Thursday in November 1966 and was decapitated. Now, riddle me this. If you're going to make up something, why did he have to be decapitated? Like what morbid asshole was like, let's decapitate him? That also makes me believe it's real. And then, okay, so randomly, months prior, they had done a Paul McCartney lookalike contest, and a Scottish orphan named Billy Shears won, right? So Paul McCartney dies, 3 Beatles that are left, the management comes to them, and they go, this was around the time the UK just won the World Cup. Beatlemania was at its height. So, like, England was buzzing with, like, this beautiful whatever, right? So management goes to the Beatles, and they're like, we think that there will be mass hysteria if Paul McCartney died. So we're going to take this Billy Shears character and just put him here for 3 weeks tops. And just so we can buy time and figure out how to break this horrible news. And then Billy Shears turned out to be kind of good. And then they also had just announced they were done touring and they were going to make a new look. And so it all like matched up. Have you ever seen Billy Shears and Paul McCartney next to each other? They're the same dude.
But didn't the Beatles mention Billy Shears in the Sgt. Pepper record?
Oh, yeah. Do you want me to go down that little rabbit hole of the Sgt. Pepper record? Sgt. Pepper record was basically a funeral for Paul McCartney. And there's all kinds of clues on it. It's like the Beatles were and that's what actually ended up breaking up the Beatles, because John couldn't get along with Billy Shears, not Paul McCartney. He couldn't get along, but the Beatles were racked with guilt that they did this. And so on the back of the album, they're all four Beatles are there. The only one with their back turned is Paul McCartney's the only one facing. No, he's the only one with the back turned. Ringo is pointing to Wednesday at 5:00. November 9th was a Wednesday in 1966. And then the front, Paul McCartney, it's supposedly a funeral. So there's a casket. Next to the casket is a left-handed guitar. In flowers, it says Paul. The drum bass, if you hold up a mirror, it spells the letter 1, the number 1 for 11, and then the numeral number for 9, November 9th, when he died. And then I didn't go down all the rabbit holes of all of the albums after that, but apparently after that, the Beatles were such riddled with guilt that they were trying to send subliminal messages. So Billy Shears, they go introducing Billy, I can't say, but Billy Shears is on Sgt. Pepper's. And then apparently Ringo, I got to do more research.
To you, the one and only Billy Shears.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Ringo apparently in 2008 did an interview where he confirmed it. I got to do more research for when we actually record my episode where I 97% sure.
My cousin is a huge Beatles fan. I'll have to ask him where he stands on this whole thing.
Tell him to do a little research first.
So that would be let me think about this now. That would mean before Let It Be. That means Billy Shears is Let It Be. White Album. And
that's another thing that's hard too. It was right before Hey Jude. So that's like the weird controversy too, where it's like arguably their biggest hit was that written. Paul wrote that for Julian, John's kid. about his estranged relationship with his mom. I'm a huge Beatle fan.
Yeah.
Like I have all the albums.
And then
I have
Wings,
a tattoo.
Wings was all Billy Shears then, in this theory.
Yeah. 97% sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is going to be the thing that ruins my
Interesting.
career.
No, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. I mean, it's almost, there's no way you could, well, I'm sure there's ways you could do it, but like, who's benefiting from this? Like where, like, there's one remaining, well, no, there's two remaining, well, Billy Shears isn't going to give himself up, but like, that means Ringo's in on it, and Ringo
did an interview.
He never seems real guilty whenever I've seen him talk. He seems like a happy dude.
Yeah. Well, they didn't kill Paul McCartney. They just covered it up.
Yeah, but it'd be pretty fucked up. Like, unless they did it without the, like, does the band know? So
yeah.
the band knew.
Management went to the band and was like, look, we don't want to, like Beatlemania was so crazy that they were fearful of mass suicide. Like, Beatlemania is something that none of us have ever seen before unless you lived it. Like, it will never happen again. It's never happened. It didn't happen before. It hasn't happened since.
Drastic left turn. I realized that most of the bands that I like, all the singers are dead. Like Alice in Chains, Soundgarden, all the Nirvana, all the 90s like rock singers are all dead, except Eddie Vedder. Isn't that crazy?
He's probably going to die soon.
I don't know.
Just kidding. I don't really know anything about him. I just feel like if all of them were dead.
I'm trying to think like music influence. Like, yeah, we have not had there's not been another Beatlemania, nothing that big.
No, there never will be.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. That's very interesting. I don't know. I like it. I like the idea for the show, too.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's pretty fun.
I mean, so far we're having a good time. We'll see where it goes.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
So, anything else you want to chat about?
No, I think, follow me. Follow me. Are we doing that portion of it? Follow me on all the Instagrams.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll put it up. That's
I'll put
KYMKRAL.
Yeah.
And listen to Crawl Space.
Nice.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
I loved it. Always I haven't had too many uplifting conversations, I have to be honest, but all good conversations, but none like nobody's ignoring the pandemic.
There's no way to have a podcast right now without talking about this. There's literally no way. It's all so grim. There's no way to not.
Yeah.
Luckily, you have comedians where we can laugh through it.
yeah. That's all we can do, man. It's all we can do. It's good to see you, Kym.
Oh, did I freeze? I think you froze. Or I froze. What'd you say?
I said it's good to see you, Kym.
Good to see you too, Matt. Always.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks for having me.
Always.
I've got you deep in the heart of me. So deep in my heart that you're really a part of me. Yes, I've got you under my skin. I've tried so not to give in. I said to myself, this affair ain't never gonna go too well. But why should I try to resist when, baby, I know too well that I've got you under my skin. I'd sacrifice anything come what might for the sake of having you near, in spite of a warning voice that rings in the nights, repeats and repeats get.